Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to Cilinix Crypto. Hope you're all doing great, and welcome to this new video on Bitcoin and the markets. Just wanted to do a little bit of an update, mostly on the markets, to be fair, because Bitcoin itself, look, it's the weekend, all right. And basically the one reason why I wanted to make this video is to talk about next week a little bit more, because next week we do have some important events that you need to know about. But also some altcoins. I mean, some altcoins are still moving a lot. I mean, if you look at CAT, for example, I bought this a while ago at the beginning of September. This is doing great, right? So certain altcoins are actually performing very, very well. Zero is also performing, is also very bullish here. So that's interesting. So that's kind of what I wanted to focus on. But we need to talk a little bit about Bitcoin as well, all right? So if you look at Bitcoin right now, this is just normal weekend price action. Volume has decreased by a ton, all right? So volume 24 hours ago was $39 billion. And right now it's down to $18 billion, right? So the volume is decreasing rapidly. And what that means for the start of next week, but also for tomorrow, because usually Sunday, like Saturday is usually a very quiet day. And then Sunday you get a little bit more movement. So what that means is that big investors, big whales with big positions open on Bitcoin and on the markets, they tend to close their positions. So that is what happened over the course of today, and that's also still what's going on right now. What you can see here, for example, right? So you can see that that earlier, about an hour ago. No, this is not an hour ago. Excuse me. Let me get to the 15-minute time frame. Yeah. So that you can see here. This is the open interest. So basically the total positions open, and you can see first of all some positions were closed and some short positions were closed, so then the price goes up, and then afterwards some long positions were closed as well. And now you can see a steady bid coming in, because overall, and I've said that before, I do think we are in an uptrend. If you look at the 12-hour time frame, we still need to break above 65,000 to really confirm it on the higher time frames. But if you look at the 4-hour time frame and you look at this, it would be pretty weird to not be bullish on a structure like this, right? So I'm also bullish on that. So that means that we'll have some slight bullish momentum maybe. But the thing is, and the most important thing, if I cannot make an update tomorrow, is how will we start? And with this low volume, what I do want to prepare you for before we talk about some altcoins is a lot of volatility. All right, be careful for that. Don't use too high leverage. Don't use close stop losses, because you'll get stopped out. All right. And then next week, but we'll talk about that over the entirety of the next week. On Thursday and Friday, we have some major economic events. All right. And in light of what happened last week with the interest rate decision, etc., I do think that these economic events are quite interesting and necessary to keep an eye on, and what those results will do, right? So what the actual numbers are. For the employment data, there's also a GDP growth rate number. That's also very important to see whether we are getting into a recession or not. And then Friday we have some sort of an inflation rate number. So that's what I think you need to know. Now let's talk about some altcoins. Like I said, Zero is doing quite well. We actually took a trade on Zero in the Signal group. If you don't know, I post my own trades in a group, the Signal group. And we took a trade on Zero when we actually found strong support here at $4 and reclaimed this key level right here, which you can also see historically, strong level. And then we entered around like 4.22. So far it's going well, but it's also not too much profit yet, right? But there's quite a lot of altcoins that actually performed relatively well over the course of today. So you can see Aptos, for example, is very interesting. I think Aptos, if that's able to close the daily time frame above 7.7, then I think that whole entire level between 7.4 and 7.6 is a great buy area. At least as long as Bitcoin stays bullish, right? So then only a recession fear could fail a trade like that. Ordinal's also performing relatively well. And what I wanted to zoom in on a little bit here at the end of the video, because I will quit this video here and then hopefully I can still make an update tomorrow. But what I think is very interesting as well, and I do think you need to know about that, is the following. And that is that Ethereum against Bitcoin is actually trying to reclaim this level, all right? Ethereum against Bitcoin, and we've seen this time and time again, right? So there's nothing happening yet. but it's trying to become bullish on the short term. And that's interesting because that's the first time that happened since the whole ETF fiasco. So in that sense, it's already interesting, but that also means that Ethereum ecosystem coins can perform quite well. And some of them, like Arbitrum, Optimism, Pendle, Athena, and ENS are actually very close to getting big bullish breakouts. So if we see that continuing, if Ethereum starts to or continues to outperform Bitcoin, I will most likely get into some positions on those, all right? Because I think technically they're already looking quite good. And if we get that continuation and that confirmation from Ethereum being stronger than Bitcoin, these could be some big pumps, all right? But I'll keep you updated on that. For now, it's just something I think you need to keep an eye on. So yeah, that was my take on the markets for now. If you do have any questions, let me know down in the comments. For now, thank you for watching. Take care and bye.